Coming up today on the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle, we'll recap a three-game homestand for UNCW. Three thrilling games inside Trask Coliseum. We'll have the highlights coming up today. We'll also have our Play of the Week, the Player of the Week. We'll take a look at those standings getting interesting at the top of the CAA, and that will lead to a big week on the road for UNCW in New York. We'll preview the matchups with Hofstra and Stony Brook. All that coming up this edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle. It starts right now. Well, a busy week at home for UNCW. A busy stretch. 3 games in 6 days for the Seahawks, taking on Charleston, William & Mary, and Elon. As Takeo Siddle joins us now. Coach, again, at home here, but the tests were really tough. So let's start with Charleston. Coming in here, that winning streak. You had the winning streak as well. Your thoughts going up against them and what you saw on tape of the Cougars? Yeah,
they're really elite on both ends of the floor. Offensively, they put so much pressure on your transition defense. In the half court, their ball and body movement is elite. And they shoot the three well. They get on the offensive glass. Their pace of play is one of the best in the country. So we knew we were going to have our hands full. And, I think we were shocked by all of that in the first half, especially early on. Second half, we reset, and we were able to get some things done and gave ourselves a chance to win.
Yeah, unfortunately, playing from behind, you were down 11 at halftime. This one was so hyped up. The crowd was electric as well. Did that play into maybe a little bit of a slow start for you guys?
I think so. I always tell you, Mike, I get nervous playing at home because I think our kids get anxious and they get frantic a little bit and they get caught up in all the chaos around. And I thought that happened in the first half early on. And I thought we settled in as the game went on and we made some good plays and gave ourselves a chance.
Yeah, second half, you saw a different team out there. Is that the energy this team needs every night?
We need that. And we've been striving to get 40 minutes of that every night. And we're getting close. This is a really inexperienced team. When I talk about game experience, the maturity level isn't where I want it to be. We still have a long ways to go with that. I talk about that all the time to the guys, and we're still learning. So, that game against Charleston was huge for us because they kind of showed us what it looks like for 40 minutes.
And again, that crowd was electric. You've been here for a while as an assistant coach, now as a head coach. That one is maybe as good as it's been here in Trask.
Yeah, that was the best crowd I've ever seen here. I've been here for a total of 6 years, 3 as an assistant, 3 as a head coach now, and that was by far the best crowd that I've seen in Trask.
Well, again, a crazy night, electric night in Trask Coliseum. Wednesday night against Charleston, the Seahawks taking on a ranked team in the CAA at home as well. Let's take a look now at our Reed's Jewelers highlights.
Is Raekwon Horton down low to Kelly. Kelly backing down into the paint, steps it through, banks it hole off the ground. To Kelly trying to back down against Fi's defense. Spins baseline shot, off the glass, good. He says you can't stop me, Babacar. To the way to Harvey, back to White. 10 on the shot clock. White pulls up inside the arc, and it's all in. Zarian White, leading scorer for UNCW, is 14 on the shot clock. Driving is Harden Hayes to the block. Fadeaway jump shot is all in. Malik Harden Hayes has the first big points for UNCW to White on the right baseline. Bounce pass inside Kelly. Kelly spins, gets it to the left block, banks it in the left hand. Amari Kelly's been up.
Offensive rebound led to second chance points.
Thomas drives, spins, fades away. The shot rattles home for the post. 29-19. Seahawks down 15. Eno sets a screen. White goes right. Fadeaway shot is all in. Zarian White trying to get him involved. He's got 8 points now. Back to White, top of the key. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Lets it fly, and it's good inside the arc. Zarian White. He's unhappy with it as he walks down toward the end of the bench. Drops it off to Ross. Ross drives, scoops it up, and off the glass. It's good for Noah Ross. First points of the game for the freshman. 5 on the shot clock. Phillips going to drive. Will push off, and the shot good. First points of the game for Shotgun Phillips, the guy who took
Get to it in the paint here in the second half.
They do an inbounds play to Harden Hayes up the feed from Newby, and he's able to bank it in. And the Seahawks rebound. White tracks it down. White dishes down low. Farrar backs it over the left hand. The Seahawks within 2. 15:22 to go. Phillips goes right to the baseline. Down low to Kelly. Kelly count the basket. He's fouled as well. A chance at a three-point play for Amari Kelly. As Smith on his hip will push off. And the shot from 15 feet connects. A big shot for Jamari Thomas once again. 53-51. The supply for UNCW. Right corner to White. White's three. And set him up. And he knocks it down. A big three for Trazarian White. Picks it up. The Seahawks with some numbers near sideline. Harden Hayes, the three. Yes! And the Seahawks within one once again. Methodically working his way in. Kicks it out. Harden Hayes, three on the way. Is good! Malik Harden Hayes once again.
Well, UNCW falls just short, 71-69, the final score here in this game. Coach, you go up 5 late in this contest, but again, Charleston showed they're a good team. They finish up this game in a 7-0 run. But your big takeaway, because you're going to face them again on the road later on this season.
My big takeaway is that we have to play extremely hard, tough, compete for 40 minutes when you play against them. They don't let up at all. You saw in the game when we went up 5, we hit a 3, they rushed it back down and hit a 3. They did that twice. So they're really mature. They have some older guys, experienced guys, and they don't get rattled. They stick to what they do, and they do it at a high level.
UNCW with 4 players in double figures in this game. Trazarian White with 16, Jamari Thomas with 16 as well to lead the way, but the Seahawks fall just short, snapping UNCW's 13-game win streak as well in the process. The Seahawks fall 71-69, your final score. We'll take a break here. That led to the game Saturday at home against William & Mary. We'll have those highlights coming up next.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and choose one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs ready for delivery. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the do.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Well, Coach, a question after the Charleston game for both these teams was going to be how do the teams react, whether it's a win, whether it's a loss. You go into that William & Mary game, your thoughts on your kids and how they were ready to take on the Tribe on Saturday.
Well, leading up to that game the day before, I thought we had one of our best practices of the year. So I thought we would be ready. I thought we'd be itching to get back out there and get that bad feeling out of our body and, so we can move on and move forward. But I thought we came out, we're just kind of about 80% of what we could be, of what we are. And, I don't think we had the right intent. I don't think we had the right mindset going into the game, and that falls on me. But, I think all of these things, the loss to Charleston, the loss to William and Mary, I think it all needed to happen, especially at this point in the year. I think we can grow from both losses. They were both different, even though the margin was the same. But I think we can grow from it. I think we needed it.
Not to put the blame on the officials here, but 59 fouls were called combined. It was a start and stop type of game. How does that affect how the game is played, how the game is coached from the sidelines, not just for you, but for Dane Fisher and William and Mary as well?
It definitely affects the rhythm. You can't really get into a flow. But we had our chances. We missed 14 free throws. We missed a lot of layups. We had our opportunities, and like I said, we didn't deserve to win that game. And I thought we disrespected the game just for 40 minutes. I don't think we took it as serious as we needed to, and it happens, and it needed to.
Yeah, William and Mary gets a big win in Trask Coliseum on Saturday night. Let's take a look at our Coastline Insurance highlights from the game in Trask Coliseum. Well, back-to-back losses by just 2 points for UNCW, 69-67, the final score. Coach, as you said, you go to the free throw line 41 times. You expect maybe that's going to lead to a win, but unexpectedly, you guys miss more than you typically do, 14 in this game. So does it make it more frustrating to know that you had an opportunity in this contest?
It does, but, we talk about it all the time. I try to get those guys, we make it mandatory that they make 100 free throws a day, and I think some of them have been skipping out on them, so the game got them. The basketball guys came back and got them, and I hate that it had to end in a loss, but the basketball guys came back and got them. And, at this point in the year, teams are either locking into their process and doing it even harder than what they did before, or they're kind of giving in to the season, being taxing on your body and on your mind. And I think we experienced a little bit of that with the immature group that we have. So we were able to kind of snap them back and reel them back in, and I think we're refocused now.
Trazarian White in this game led the way with 21 points, one of 4 Seahawks in double figures in the contest. The Seahawks also out-rebounded William & Mary 36-34, but it just wasn't enough. The Seahawks fall short again by 2 to the Tribe on Saturday. Well, a bounce-back game Monday night in Trask Coliseum. The Seahawks wrap up a 3-game homestand. We'll have highlights of the Seahawks and the Elon Phoenix, second meeting of the year between the two schools. Those highlights coming your way next.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family-owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand-cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand-peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand-carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand-slicing, then tossing our boneless wings in our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the Walk-Ons way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Shoulder injuries are extremely common in sports, recreational, and job-related activities. These injuries can range from chronic overuse injuries to traumatic injuries like shoulder separations, dislocations, and even rotator cuff tears. Sometimes injuries can be prevented, but sometimes with traumatic injuries they are not preventable. But we always talk about preventative strategies to try to limit their effects. One of the biggest things to consider is rotator cuff strength as well as upper back strength, in addition to good posture throughout your day. As always, if these symptoms persist, please come see us at Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Our goal is to support you with easily accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Well, UNCW back-to-back losses for the first time since November heading into the game against Elon. Coach, I asked you post-game whether or not this was a must-win game. I mean, in the media, we kind of play that stuff up, but you thought it was going into this contest.
It was a must-win. You know, we're about to head up north for a tough road stretch. And, you know, we had 3 home games. We can't go 0-3 at home, and that's unacceptable for me and our program. You know, I thought we had to have that game for a lot of different reasons, for confidence, for some of the things that we talked about accomplishing, for getting ready to go up, you know, on a tough road swing. It was so huge and so important that we won that game.
Second meeting with Elon, but a much different game. You attacked that 2-3 zone, 81 points on the road. Less here in this game because they kind of closed things down a little bit in the middle against you guys.
They did, and I think, you know, the 2 losses kind of played a factor in that too. It's just kind of being unsure of yourself and lacking a little bit of confidence, you know, playing a little tight because they knew that we had to win the game. I think all of that played a factor into, you know, our inability to score the basketball, but our defense was really good. I thought our ball movement was tremendous. I rewatched it last night. I thought we moved the ball just about as good as we moved it all year. And then, you know, when we did miss shots, we were able to get some of those second chance points in the second half, and it helped us win the game.
And you got to the free throw line, knocked down 20 of 25, so you made some adjustments there, certainly hitting at a high clip and getting to the free throw line as well. So an exciting game inside Trask Coliseum Monday night to close out this 3-game homestand. All 3 games exciting, but the Seahawks come up with a thrilling win here against Elon on Monday. Let's take a look now again at our Reed's Jewelers highlights.
Across the floor, Newby, he's open for the 3, and fires home. Across the way to Hodge, the elbow to White. White dishes down low for Roth. Penetration, Newby, back there, no good for another offensive board, back to Newby. Third time, there's a try. Inside the zone, Harden Hayes. Harden Hayes trying to make a move on the kid and before the shot clock, spin back, fades away, the shot up and meeting. Inside they get it to Kelly. Kelly turn around, pretty shot left hand around the seam. Logo is good. On the feet inside to White. It's a shot clock, flash, spin, up and under. Got it. The lead is 10. Now they get it to Holloran. Deflected pass to Irvin. Launching a three is Irvin, and it rattles in his first three in the second half. He gets back in the corner. A three is no good. Gets his fist, the baseline deflection. Holloran three for the wing is good. Back-to-back threes, and right there to your point, Marty. They're not going away. Elon right back in this game. Seahawks lead is 4. White down the floor to Thomas, almost stolen by Sherry. Oh, there's Thomas. Thomas!
Well, UNCW pulls out the win at home, 62-54 the final score. Talk about the ball movement, 14 assists leading to 17 made baskets. Very high clip there, Coach. And again, you gave yourself some great looks, especially from long range. Took more in this game, but they were there because of the offense or because of the 2-3 defense.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I thought we executed our game plan. We knew that we weren't going to be able to pierce the middle of it like we did in the first round. And when we were able to get it there, we got good stuff. But I thought we moved it around really well. I thought we shared it well. The shots didn't, as many shots as we wanted to go in didn't go in, but we made enough to win the game.
Amari Kelly was huge, double-double, first of his UNCW career. Again, he continues to blossom into a really nice five-man in this offense and defensively as well.
Yeah, you know, he did a really good job. I thought he affected the game in so many ways. When you look at his 2 blocks, 3 steals, or 3 blocks, 2 steals, whatever he had. But I thought he had some really key offensive rebounds. He made some free throws for us. But when you rewatch it, his communication all night, he was in the stance. He was calling out coverages. I thought he was really active. I thought that was one of his most complete games that he's played here.
And a good team win. 6 players with 7 or more points. Eric Vanderheiden was key off the bench as well. He hasn't played all that much, but he was a huge factor hitting some threes in this game.
He was, and he stayed ready. He's got a ton of DNPs on the year, and you know, he's continued to work on his game. His attitude has been really good. And you know, he deserved to play well tonight, and he deserved that opportunity.
DNP did not play, but he played on Monday against Elon and played really well. UNCW gets that win before they head on the road to take on Hofstra. We'll take a break. When we get back, we'll have our play of the week and the player of the week. Those are straight ahead. Stay with us.
There will always be bumps in the road, but we got guts, America. We got freedom. We got power. We got future. So let's drive on and make the future we want to see together. Because your new Ford vehicle is just the start of a journey. So stop by your Ford dealer today and choose one of the thousands of new Ford trucks and SUVs ready for delivery. We've been building this country for 119 years, but we're just getting started.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu, only at Hardee's.
Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories.
This is Mountain Dew. A rush of crisp and refreshing flavor. Delivering a bold citrus kick. Do the Dew.
At Hardee's, no matter what you choose, it's the right choice. Because our new 4 for $6 deal lets you make your own combo. Mix and match, then feast or snack on the food you're craving, all for just $6. Combine your favorite flavors into the perfect deal with our new 4 for $6 menu only at Hardee's.
Time to take a look at this week's Flying Machine Play of the Week. It's a big-time dunk. Amari Kelly, a big play against Elon from Monday night. Let's take a look.
To Vanderheiden, 13 on the shot clock. Thomas gets it back. Baseline down low to Kelly. He'll hammer it home.
Oh, once again, the Flying Machine Play of the Week. Amari Kelly, some athleticism, not only the dunk coach, but gets the foul and gets to the free throw line where he's shooting at a pretty high clip right now. And again, you like what he's starting to do and really starting to develop into as a player.
I do, and him as an older guy, I need him to raise his level in all aspects. And some of the other older guys, I need him to do the same thing. But he's setting the tone right now for our defense. And
in that Elon game, he didn't get into foul trouble. That's what's kind of taking him out of the realm and off the court sometimes. But when he stays on the floor, he's a factor for this team.
Yeah, he is. He provides so much on both ends of the floor for us. He's one of our most valuable players because we don't have great depth at that position. And he's offensively talented, and defensively, I think it's natural for him to block shots and get rebounds. So, just looking for him to bring some other guys along with him.
Well, that leads to our Carolina Ford Dealers Player of the Week, and it is Amari Kelly as well. Look at these numbers. He averaged over 10 points, almost 7 rebounds, almost 2 block shots, shoots 73% from the field, though. It's incredible. Again, some of his post moves and being a lefty at times, I think that throws off the defense. He's getting some really good looks right around the rim.
He is, and his teammates are finding him. I wish they would find him a little bit more. But he has great touch. He's got a soft touch around the rim, and we want to continue to throw the ball to him because he helps us out. Our guards don't have to drive it as much when we can throw it inside to him and get penetration from that way. So, we want to give him the ball a little bit more.
A good 5-man in this league. You don't see it every time, but if he continues to develop, certainly that's a huge plus for this team.
It is, and we haven't, last year James Baker was more of a outside-in type of guy. He was versatile enough to, on defense, we could switch 1 through 5 and do some different things, but Amari is a traditional low post guy, an old school low post guy that you can throw the ball down to, and he's got good moves down there.
Again, his first career double-double against Elon with 13 points, a career-high 14 rebounds as well. We'll take our final break. When we get back, the Hardee's CAA standings and a look ahead, those 2 games coming up on Long Island. We'll talk about those when we return. Stay with us.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
Game day at Walk-Ons is just different. And it starts with the way our teammates prep each dish from our scratch menu. No shortcuts. We are hand cutting every single mozzarella log straight from the block. Hand peeling, stuffing, and bacon wrapping each voodoo shrimp. Hand carving ribeyes for our steaks and po' boys. And hand slicing, then tossing our boneless wings in our house-made sauces. With wall-to-wall TVs and food like this, why would you want to watch anywhere else? That's game day, the Walk-Ons way.
Hi, I'm Dr. Chad Fortune with Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Excited to be on the UNCW campus today to talk to you about this week's Medical Minute. Shoulder injuries are extremely common in sports, recreational, and job-related activities. These injuries can range from chronic overuse injuries to traumatic injuries like shoulder separations, dislocations, and even rotator cuff tears. Sometimes injuries can be prevented, but sometimes with traumatic injuries they are not preventable. But we always talk about preventative strategies to try to limit their effects. One of the biggest things to consider is rotator cuff strength as well as upper back strength, in addition to good posture throughout your day. As always, if these symptoms persist, please come see us at Wilmington Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Our goal is to support you with easily accessible world-class care for all your orthopedic and sports medicine needs.
Preparing for the big game, athletes practice countless hours year-round. Then, it's game time, and their fans get to see the results, cheering on their team to a win. At Coastline Insurance, we're working hard behind the scenes, preparing for when you need us, because we want our customers to be our biggest fans. Let Coastline Insurance shop your coverage and find out why we say, when we shop, you win. Find us online at coastlineinsurance.com.
Well, right in the middle of conference play now as we take a look at our Hardy CAA scoreboard. 7 games in for UNCW. Atop the standings, still Charleston undefeated at 7-0, but in second place, a tie right now at 5-2, Hofstra and UNCW. Middle of the pack, Coach, this is starting to get a little interesting. You're seeing some upsets here and there, and you just don't know where things are going to go. You've got to take care of your own business every night.
You have to take care of your own business. And college basketball is so crazy right now. You know, anybody can beat anybody. With today's kids, they like to get complacent and think they're better than what they are, and then they get caught. And so that's just what it is. And for us, we just need to focus on ourselves. And it's a great time for us to recharge and refocus and, you know, dial back into us and our process and making sure that we're playing our best basketball as we head into the latter part of the season. And, you know, it's important that we understand that we're the most important team on our schedule right now. And, you know, I think our guys are ready for the stretch run. And, you know, we need to have good practices. We need to keep taking steps forward, and that's the main thing.
Let's take a look at our walk-ons. What's coming up for UNCW? Again, back-to-back games in New York. It'll start Thursday night against the Hofstra Pride, a team they're tied in second place for in the standings. And then on Saturday at 1 o'clock, it is Stony Brook, a newcomer in the CAA. But we'll talk about Hofstra here. Very talented team. They've got the preseason player of the year, the reigning player of the year in Aaron Estrada. I guess you start there defensively when you look at them.
Well, one of the most simple teams that you'll face, but they're really efficient. When you talk about them offensively, transition offense, they're really, really good, really explosive. It's not the same as Charleston. They're not speeding it up the court like that, but they get the ball to the right spot at the right time, and they scoring it more times than not. And then in the half court, pick and rolls, one-on-one defense. And Aaron Estrada, he will be player of the year. He's playing at that level. And then, you know, we're going to have our hands full with him. And then they have some other guys around him that do a really good job playing their role. So it'll be a tough test.
Yeah, so it starts with Hofstra on the road, and then Stony Brook, a team that's starting to get healthy. They've got some good wins under their belt as well this season. So, Coach, 2 on the road here as we get toward the end of the month of January in conference play. Certainly some big games ahead for UNCW. Best of luck.
Thank you, Mike.
Again, for Takeo Siddle, our entire crew, I'm Mike Vaccaro. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week for another edition of the Seahawk Basketball Show featuring Takeo Siddle.